Change. It's everywhere, all the time. New leadership, mergers, restructuring, crises. But here's the thing. While change is constant, the uncertainty that comes with it doesn't have to be. So why does it still feel like employees are always the last to know? Why do we still hear things like, I found out about the restructuring on LinkedIn, or I have no idea why this change is happening? Do you? Let's address the elephant in the room. Employees don't trust leadership communication during times of change. And who can blame them? Think about it. For most employees, change is a disruption, not a strategy. And when comms fail to explain the why, the what doesn't matter. In our 2025 Employee Communication Impact Study, 39% of employees in 6 countries around the globe and 44% in the U.S. said they felt not really or not at all informed about the reasons behind recent company changes. That's a huge problem because people don't fear change, they fear being left in the dark. And when they are, trust disappears, morale tanks, resistance spreads, and that's how change fails. But here's the good news. Internal communication can flip the script. IC is the bridge between leadership vision and employee understanding. It's not just about messaging. It's about meaning. It's not just about sending updates. It's about creating clarity. And clarity has a huge business impact. 88% of employees who feel very well informed about changes say they're happy in their job. Among those who say they're not at all informed, just 36%. So how do you make sure employees feel supported, not blindsided, when things shift? Start with 3 key principles. 1, close the feedback gap. Don't just broadcast change. Understand how it's likely to land and adjust your messaging accordingly. Employees need to feel seen, heard, and supported, especially during times of change. With Staffbase Mission Control, you can plan, create, and measure communications across every stage of change while gaining real-time insights into employee engagement, sentiment, and alignment. 2, be fast, be first, be clear. There's nothing worse than hearing about change from a second-hand source, and yet it happens all the time. When employees aren't first to know, trust erodes. That's why timely, prioritized comms matter more than ever. With staff-based push notifications, priority labels, and acknowledgement features, you make sure your people get the info when it counts. 3, use the right channel for the right moment. Not all channels are created equal, especially during change or crisis. In our study, employees who received crisis updates through digital signage, newsletters, intranet, or an employee app reported significantly higher satisfaction than average. And speaking of apps, 56% globally and 60% of U.S. employees say their employee app is the most effective source for change communication. Why? Because it's personal, consistent, and accessible. And with Staffbase, it's also measurable. Here's the bottom line. Change is a business constant, but communication is the make or break factor in whether people get on board or get out. So ask yourself, are we enabling leaders at all levels to communicate with confidence? Are we giving employees a chance to understand why change is happening, not just what? Are we sending messages or actually driving transformation? With the right tools, the right strategy, and the right mindset, internal comms can do more than inform. It can inspire, it can reassure, and it can lead people through uncertainty and out the other side, stronger, smarter, and more aligned. Want to dive deeper into the data that shows how internal comms drives real results, even in times of crisis and change? Download the full Staffbase Employee Communication Impact Study 2025 for global insights and regional breakdowns. You'll find the link in the video description. Check it out.